Hello and welcome to Market Current Affairs. I'm Andrew McLeod from LeapRate, and this is Super Trader TV. Today in the studio we have Yoni Raveh, who is Vice President of Spot Academy at Spot Option.
Good evening, Andrew.
Hello, nice to see you. Now, Spot Academy, and that is a training facility run by Spot Option. And Yoni, I'd like to find out a little bit more about that and how it works and how it integrates into Spot Option's product range.
Well, Spot Academy has established in the first place a couple of years ago as a Spot Option training department. In the beginning, it was very natural for us to have a training department within a technology company in order to guide the different white labels, the different brokers on the product themselves, front end, back end, of course. But with the time, we brought an added value. The added value is working especially with the operations, with the call centers, conversion and retention departments, and working with the managers and with the agents in order to increase conversion and increase lifetime value.
Excellent. And I think training right the way through the white label and the whole training process, right the way through the white label partnership and brands, sales division, marketing division, every funnel is very interesting and quite, in my opinion, quite an important part of providing a white label service. It's relatively rare in the industry to have such a thing, right?
Correct. We always thought ourselves in Spot Option as market leaders and as industry leaders, and such as those, we had to find a way in order to drive this industry forward through our brokers and to give them all of the tools. In the end of the day, we create partnership. Within those partnership, the thing that left to do for the brokers is A, the marketing, and B, to make the actual sale and the retention. Since we saw it happens time after time after time, success story one after another, we wanted to save the time for the brokers themselves, to bring the people as experienced as they can, and for us to give them the proper training and the proper process to stand on their feet and to be the next success story.
Yeah, and I think that certainly when you look at brands and you have brands in binary options platform, users of binary options platforms and white label partners in the Forex industry, they have nowadays you can take a whole end-to-end solution like Spot Options solution where the brokerage, the white label brand gets CRM, risk management. They can get basically a whole entire enterprise brokerage solution. Therefore, it's quite easy to bring customers on board with that as a white label partner because it's a very straightforward implementation. But it's just as easy for them to look elsewhere. So do you find that if you've got an in-house academy which trains them to operate in an effective way at the outset, it will lengthen the lifetime value of the actual brand?
Absolutely, no doubt on that. We can see the correlation, the pure correlation between brokers that are having an in-house academy, in-house training materials for the traders themselves. It affects dramatically the lifetime value, and the more imagination they have, or how I say that, the more episodes they are composing for this series that is called binary option trading, the more lifetime value, the higher the lifetime value is, and the longest the lifetime of the customers themselves within the broker.
Very interesting. And I think another thing that leads me on to is that when you have so many binary options brands, as Spot Option does in terms of the percentage of market share, it's vastly dominated by Spot Option brands. When you have a brand which has a different focus, wanting to bring different clients on board, or to maybe another brand is using the whole full technology solution from Spot Option, do you find it that you can tailor the actual training procedure to suit the requirements of each particular brand, or is to tailor it to make it so it suits different?
To tailor-made.
Yeah.
First of all, yes, I can say that these days we are working on Spot Plus, which is the new CRM. It's much more than a CRM. It's the vision is to be as automated funnel as we can with the different traders, and as you said, to create the tailor-made speech when it comes to conversion, or the tailor-made route of learning and education materials when it comes to retention for each type of client according to their needs. And again, the answer is yes. We need to get to as much as tailor-made as we can solutions for the customers.
That's excellent. I think. Do you see other technology providers in other sectors of the business, such as those who supply end-to-end enterprise systems to retail forex companies, or liquidity companies that provide their liquidity technology to brokerages, following suit with this? It's relatively a pioneering effort. This is really.
As far as I know, our vision to have a pure 360-degree solution. When we say 360-degree solution, it's 360-degree solution. I don't know anyone that is doing that, but. We get one ID for one thing from the Forex, and we get another ID from another company from e-commerce or retailing, and we're trying to get the best ideas into the same house that is called Spot Option through Spot Academy.
Excellent. What are the advantages of having an in-house system like that compared to, let's say I want to start up a relatively small retail sales floor for using Spot Option? I take the technology from Spot Option, and I think, okay, now I'm experienced as a programmer and I know how to integrate everything, but I'm not very experienced in human resources or another aspect of the company. So maybe I'll call in an outsourcing consultancy and actually bring a specialist consultancy in to do so. What's the advantages of having an in-house system that's fully integrated like that compared to taking a specialist in human resources or a specialist in each specific area, or sales or something like that, to actually specialize in training the company how to operate in that way?
First of all, I think that it depends what type of business you are. I'm not sure. Maybe there will be some brokers or future brokers that think that maybe it's not that good to have the hand stuck inside the cookie jar. Right. They think that they want to get themselves different products and assemble together a brokerage activity. Maybe it's the best solution for some. For those that really want to come with the ambitious some marketing abilities and budget, and they want to start as fast as possible and to see results as fast as possible, I think that our aim to give them 360-degree solution, this is what they need, and we won't rest. Everything that I just described is just the beginning. The vision is still very far away. In Spot Option, they're working day and night in order to achieve the vision of you just need to hire the right people. It's all about human resources in the end of the day, to get yourself an office, computers, phone system, and that's it. The rest of the technology and the solutions, including the training you will receive from Spot Option.
That's interesting. And I basically, if you've got let's say you've got a company that's recently started up as a brand, and they've been a young company, they've been trained in how to operate, and then they're off on their own, and suddenly something changes in the company. They change their business model. They find that they have decided to look for a different type of client, a different region, or they want to onboard a different type of add-on to their technology solution, but they're not necessarily confident how to use it. Can Spot Academy go back to them and then train them in how to adapt their business model?
First of all, the answer is yes. More the account manager within Spot Option, not through Spot Academy, first of all can review the business model from the beginning and take a few steps forward or a few steps backward. Spot Academy can always come, even if they decide to start from scratch. Spot Academy can always come and train a new operation, or at least to think together how to build another operation with another target market, with another ways of marketing, increase human resources, decrease human resources, more automation tools, less automation tools. Of course, the brokers can get the right consultant with the account managers and from Sport Academy.
Right, so effectively it's an ongoing process.
Always.
Holding, I don't like to use the phrase, but holding the hand of the brokerage right the way through every change they might make.
We do want to release it. Yes, to put the things on the table. There is nothing we love more to see the broker release the hand and go by itself. But so long they need the push, and even very experienced brokers with very big and well-established operations. Sometimes they want to bring for 1 or 2 days seminar for the guys, just for the guys to hear a different voice, to do something that is a bit outdoor, thinking out of the box. And Sport Academy will fulfill this need as well. That's
excellent. So you can run event. Let's say the broker's never done an event or a seminar before. You can pick up the phone and actually ask Sport Academy, how can I do that, and what's the best way to set up the business model for it? That is very interesting.
And I'm doing one next week to one of our senior brokers. Right. Exactly that. An outdoor day for the employees. They just want a lecture of 2 hours in the middle. Gladly we are coming and bring our materials and our lecture.
Right. So return on investment wise, it's better to use this facility than to try and go it alone from the outset, and therefore return. Can you actually see any evidence since the Sport Academy has been started that return on investment for brokers has increased because they've been able to make their sales team or their operations more effective?
I think if it wouldn't be successful, I wouldn't sit over here as we speak. But yes, absolutely, I can't say that for 100%. It's not a magician that comes to pull the rabbit out of the hat. We need a good operation with a good budget and good business plan and good human resources in order to have a solid background to start. But once we have all of the right ingredients in this recipe together with the academy, we are getting very good cakes out of the oven.
That certainly seems to be the case. And if you look at the market share that Sport Option has had for the last couple of years, it's still very dominant, and so doesn't fluctuate. It's still very much 65-70% of the market. Am I right? Something like that.
Some will say 75, but I'm okay. Even if you say 65, I'm good with
it.
Again, it's I don't want to sound like a football player in the end of the game, in the end of the match interview, but it's all of the team. Sport Academy is part of it, but I do think that our brokers, including our brokers, knows how to appreciate the partnership and the effort that Sport Option on all of its units, including Sport Academy, will make in order to assist them to succeed. Listen, I'm not Microsoft. I'm not interested in selling software and then sell it again after couple of years when I upgrade the software. I'm not interested in selling software. I'm interested in having a solid industry of binary options, turnover of trading, more and more lifetime and more lifetime value. In the end of the day, our partners succeed, will be our success.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. That makes perfect sense. And thank you very much for explaining the Sport Academy.
Thank you.
Very nice to see you. And thank you for joining us. I'm Andrew Sachs-McLeod from Leap Rate. This is Market Current Affairs. You've been watching Super Trader TV. Join us again next week. Goodbye.